I was like, hey, I've had bad experiences in the past with guys, so I'm just letting you know I don't shave any part of my body. And instead of being an adult and just saying, I don't have a problem with that or whatever, he then says, I appreciate that, sorry you've had like bad experiences in the past, then blocks me and unmatches me on everything. So if you're in Vancouver and match with a guy named
See, this is a clip of a woman just explaining that she doesn't shave, so she tells men up front. So this one man says, okay, that's cool, but he blocks her. He doesn't respond anymore to her. Okay. And then she calls him, she said, that's not an adult move, that's a child. So, like, it's funny because, like, I did another video where a man complimented a woman and she rejected him. And then I get waves of response of men and women saying, oh, she had a right to reject him. Oh, he was, she could reject him on any reason. Okay? No one's saying that she's a child. No one's saying that's a childish move. No. Right? But right here, she, a woman, allowed to call a man who's rejecting her a child. Right? That's not an adult move. It's not being an adult. I don't see no woman in the comments in there saying that. No. See, that's what some men and most women don't see it, is that it's not a two-way street, It's not equality, right? So a man having standards and preferences is a childish thing, is something toxic, right? It's something that people look down upon, right? But a woman that has standards and preferences, you go, girl. That's right. If he doesn't like it, he's a child. See, that's the hypocrisy, right? And that when men don't see that, that's disgusting, right? But women, that's obvious. They wouldn't see that because they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care that a man have standards and preferences, right? So that's obvious. There's no brainer to that, right? Especially this woman, right? She's deluded, right? A man does not want to deal with her. Is a child, right? And he's a terrible man, right? But, God forbid that, something happened. I mean, like, it was reverse. That, she doesn't want to deal with him because of whatever. Oh, it's fine. The ridiculousness of things, Like I said, especially, I hate the most that men don't care about other men's struggles. Men don't care about the hypocrisy that men face, right? The double standards that men do face, right? No one cares about that, right? That's what I hate about the men that don't care, right? It's fine that you don't have to care, but you show your terribleness when you don't care and you put down.
We as men, oftentimes, as kingdom men, we sort of go with the flow. When you say, hey, look, we're going to paint this blue. It's fine. We don't have rebuttal. We don't say, why don't we paint it red? When you say, hey, look, this is what we're eating for dinner. Why don't we eat this for dinner? Well, we're going to go out for dinner. We're not going to eat it. Well, I expect, there's not a lot of rebuttal. So we just sort of go with it. But oftentimes when we say things, and you get from women a lot of times to where they say, I want them to lead. I want them to make decisions. I want them to go for, I want them to carry. But when we do that, it's challenged. And so it's this, do you really want that or do you not want that? Do you really want a leader or do you really want a doormat?
See, the issue I found and I deal with is that sometimes women don't seem like they understand men, right? Men like to pick their battles, right? Not everything is worth a fight, a deep conversation, a debate, right, with a man, right? Like, he made a lot of points, right? Do you want a doormat or a man, a leader? Do you always want everything to be a fight with a man? Does everything have to be a challenge to him? No, it shouldn't, right? So men do it, they don't feel like a challenge. I've said this before that when men talk to men, if you go over a certain bound, it's a fight, right? Or it's some kind of form of aggression, right? That could get physical. Women don't understand that. They could step for bounds and not appreciate a man, right? Because when it comes to women and men hold back a lot, right? They hold back their emotions a lot because you do not want to step over a bound, over a line with a man, because it doesn't lead to a good, healthy relationship. It's always fights. I've been there where I hold back. Not everything needs to be, I agree with her on everything, You agree with your partner on many things because it's fine, right? I know they want your opinion, but if your opinion will counter theirs, they will make it a fight. That's the thing, right? If you go with the flow of a lot of things, it's to make the relationship easier, right? And less hostile, right? That's why a lot of men do that, right? People complain about men being like stoic, men being nonchalant, because they don't want everything to be a fight, right? So you gotta think, when it comes to women, if you disagree, it usually turns to a fight, right? Usually turns into someone getting emotional, someone getting mad, right? A lot of times, women are looking for drama, Men just want peace and quiet. They just want peace, So a lot of times they go to full. But, right, you should appreciate it when they do give you their thoughts and opinions, because you know what? They're trying to make an effort, or they're trying to show you that, this battle actually matters. But women don't take it like that, right? They take, now you want to challenge me, I'm going to fight back. No, that's the point, right? You want it always both ways. You want the man to say something and not say something. That's why it is so hard relationships with women, because things have to be a constant battle, or it has to be made into a battle.
Trying to figure out why it's okay for y'all to want to need the things y'all want to need every day, but when a man says really just sex, that's all it boils down to, is why is sex needed every day? Why are the other things needed every day? You can't expect your man, husband, whatever that you deal with intimately to not be into you sexually. The hugging, the kissing, the conversation all day, the you walking around in your pajamas or whatever it is, I visualize you in such a way that the beauty, the attraction, yes, it's going to make me want to have sex with you. But now I got to be looked at like, what's wrong with you that you want sex every day? What? Why is that way?
See, the thing is that a lot of times women don't care to understand men. They don't care to understand men's needs or why men need things. Because really, sex is you would be surprised, but it's very hormonal for men, right? It's within our, it's because of our high level of testosterone. It's in our DNA to want to have sex, right? So it is a little bit unnatural for us to want monogamy, but we conform to a woman's needs of monogamy. So we doing that, we going against our biology, fighting our hormones to stay with just one woman, but they don't see that as we're doing it for them, right? Women need protection, provision, attention, being attentive to their needs and wants every day. You have to listen to a woman, your woman's what she wants, what she's thinking, what she's feeling, what she's saying. You have to really pick up on whatever she says, whatever she wants. That's every day for a woman, right? Imagine you not listening to your woman a day, you not paying attention to her for a day. She'll get mad. It's happened to many men, right? Just imagine you not paying attention to her needs, her wants, her desires for a day. You not caring about her. So it's ridiculous that men go above and beyond, trying to, at least the good men, try to pay attention, try to provide for a woman's needs and wants and feelings and thoughts, whatever. But they don't care about a man's needs, right? Like being on your period, that's hormonal. That's part of your genetics. That's part of your biology. Periods, the emotions you feel during your period. Well, men feel like that with sex, right? They're very emotional, right? It triggers them. It affects them, right? sex is very important to men, right? I believe, I mean, again, it's not like scientifically by it, but it regulates a man's emotions, right? That's for men. You know, how it's like, you know, what was it? Post-net clarity, you know? It helps men, you know, in their mind, in their heart, in their body. But women don't find to understand that or care.
I've been saying this shit since August. I'm a whole fucking relationship coach. Why do you think I'm not in a relationship? The more attractive she is right now, the more stimulated she is. Look at Kim Kardashian, bro. She was with Kanye for what, like 8 years? Out of nowhere, boom, divorced like that. She's with another guy the next week. Just think about that story, bro. For 8 years, 3 or more kids with him. And within a week after divorcing him, she's with another guy. Not in a relationship with another guy, not married to another guy. She's getting her back blown out by another guy. And you know what I'm saying? Like, women are literally looking up to that and thinking like, oh shit, if Kanye can get finessed, you can too.
Unpopular opinion. There is a massive disconnect in most relationships, specifically because men...
See, my personal opinion is that I believe that they are taught how to treat men. And women are taught to treat men like trash. They are taught to treat men like they're disposable, just sacks of meat, right? Treat men like they're wallets. There's your bank, you know? Treat men like they are the oppressor, like they are the abuser, like they are violent criminals, like they are just the scum of the earth. Treat men like they are your enemy. Treat men like they are nothing special, right? They are something for you to use and say that they are just terrible pieces of trash, you know, just to really, they're worthless. That's how women treat men, like they're worthless. I believe a good chunk, maybe the majority, treat men like that or see men like that, right? So, you know, they treat that, you know, media shows it, you know, and then women perpetuate it. Just treat men and view men as disposable wallets, you know, for you to use, and just say all men are trash, all men are useless, men shouldn't exist, you know. Just treat men like trash. That's how they're taught to treat men. Yeah.
You're single, probably.
Yeah. I've been single for a long time. I'm trying to change this.
Oh, well, if you want me to, I can change it anytime.
I mean, you're the one that's here. You can let me know. Wait, how long have you been single for?
Like 4 months.
Ooh, you sure you're ready for me?
I'm ready.
I've been single for 2.5 years.
Are you sure you're ready for me?
I don't know.
Oh, you have to find out then, won't you?
I like how this is going. If there was no one here who wanted to date and like I was to like lean in for a kiss, what would you do?
Kiss you back.
4 of you have lied to me today. But one of you, I feel like you actually were interested, seriously. So the person I think is actually interested in me and is not here for the money. Number 3. If you're here for the money, you take the money. Well, are you here for love or here for money?
I'm sorry.
You are not the father.
Told you so.
I'm sorry, Mr. G.
A man who struggles with the father wound will have a never-ending hunger for success, yet fail to trust anyone loves him outside of his achievements. This man usually grew up being overly criticized or only acknowledged when he accomplished something. Or, if his father figure wasn't present, the external search for validation that, if I do enough, I am good enough for someone to stick around. He deeply desires connection but doesn't trust it, so then begins to self-sabotage all the things he's worked hard for to internally see who's gonna show up in the end. But because the lifestyle he creates attracts fake people, he's usually left with no one, which only enhances the father wound and the idea that he is not good enough.
And not a double standard. I'm just asking you to match me. I got the data on this one. Currently, women up to 35 out-earn men. This is a modern development. So for the first time, it is getting hard for women to find men just at their same level. You go back even to the 90s, it wasn't like that. Men were out-earning women. So women could historically date even higher than their own current level. Times have changed though. I'm not discouraging women or saying lower your expectation. I just wanted to provide the data that expecting to meet a man who just makes the same as you and, similar attractiveness is becoming increasingly more difficult.
You want to make sure that a prenup is in place.
Yeah. See, a woman doesn't understand that a prenup is just insurance. Just like you have insurance for your car, your home, whatever, prenup is insurance. You don't want to get in an accident. You don't want something to happen to your house, but you plan for the worst, hope for the best. That's life. It's not about feelings. It's about being smart. Buying insurance is about being smart. I mean, that's it. There's no feelings about it. So stop putting your feelings in it. A prenup is about being smart. Period. It's not about thinking about divorce, not thinking about the bad stuff. It's about preparing for something if it happens. Period. Stop putting your feelings in it. Don't be delusional.
I think I'm going to choose violence today. I got a question for all the women, stay-at-home moms. Why do they say that's the hardest job in the world? It's not. It's stupid simple. I'm a stay-at-home dad right now. Wife is working. I've had a few jobs. I'm retired military. I was a mine worker. I'm a security guard now. So, I want to know what's so hard about it. Because the house is clean. The dishes and kitchen are done and clean. The bed is made, all the laundry's done, and her laundry is folded and ready for her to put away. The litter box is done. And even the backyard is cleaned up and nice and neat. All the animals are fed, and she'll be home in 15 minutes, and dinner is in the oven, ready for her. And I still had time to play video games for God knows how long. I ran to Walmart and did the grocery shopping, put it all away and did everything. Oh, and I know what you're going to say. Well, must be easy without any kids. Hold on. Let me introduce you to my son. Eric, say hi.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Rabbit. Yes. He is low-functioning autistic with diabetes, which means I have to dose him 4 times a day. And on top of that, for anybody else that says you don't have babies, he is still in a diaper at 15 years old. Yes, I've been changing diapers for 15 years. So, next time somebody says being a housewife is the hardest job in the world, you know what? I've done a ton of jobs. I'll do this one over anything in the world.
I would much rather be falsely labeled as a misogynist than to ever allow myself to be correctly labeled as a coward that sat silent while radicalized feminist hate groups led the women of his country astray.